We're going to talk a little bit about Asante Organics. And, I love this company. I got to tell you, I'm in love with it. Why? Because it is the largest c- certified organic superstore in the world. And tonight, you are going to hear from some people, right? And, I call people out a little bit here, and we can hear a little bit about their testimonies with the products and things like that as well.
Because I've been using hairspray, I don't know, 50 years. My hair is very fine and I need volume to have my best image. And I've used it 3 times. I had a little meeting today with Jason and he was asking me about that. And I love it. It holds real well, very concentrated. You use a very small amount and it brushes out very nicely and it gives more texture even to my hair after and the next day. So I love the hairspray. And of course, the Z3 Trio. I love all of those. Being an esthetician 30 years, the eye cream, anti-aging cream, and the lift is fabulous. And of course, the vitamin C cleanser and the loofah bamboo exfoliator is amazing. And the one and done for laundry, oh my gosh, Jason and I were discussing that today for his next load also. And lastly, I didn't know I'd be so excited about elimination, but we love the Phyto Cleanse, right, honey? We love the Phyto Cleanse. Everything just moves out.
Mhm.
And that's it for today. Thank you very much.
You're awesome. You're awesome. And people, think about this. She practically hit every category. And we're going to hear a little bit later from Daniel, my brother, because I was talking to somebody today at great length, and I was saying, look, the way to make, if you're in business, you know, you got to say, okay, what am I doing? And does this, is this something for everybody? Because that's what makes it really simple, right? You don't want to be in a convincing business. You want to be in a business where that when somebody comes into the business, oh my goodness, you don't have to, you know, always talk to them. And did you do this? Did you do that? Things like that. And they get it because they're here for a reason. Look, the world's going green with or without any of us. And they're coming in, they're coming to the company and they're seeing that, they can use everything plants. You know, I hope Dr. JJ talks tonight a little bit about what he talked about today because, your body identifies things and it doesn't identify a lot of things. And that's why we have issues, right? And the thing is like Linda talked about everything. And when you have a company that has a has a nutritional line that's been, some of the products have been nominated for a Nobel Prize in gut health. And then you have a personal care line and all the rest of the products combined together. We're a company that for the last 20 years has gotten an award, an International Green Peace Award, because of the quality of the products. And then you come in and, to a company where even the NBC network has acclaimed that, we have the strongest alkalizing products in the world. Wow. That's a lot of stuff. And that's good stuff. And that's stuff that you get to, allow people in the world to experience and then be able to take advantage of. And I'm gonna have you, I'm gonna bring this guy on because we hear from him and he's good. He's good. And I've known this person for a long time. You know what? I have known Dominic like forever, and now he just booked he booked it. So now I'll get to see him and hang with him instead of hanging on here. He's going to come out to the company May 3rd to 10th. So Dominic,
It's easy. That's why. It's easy. No recruiting, no hubbub, no BS. Great products, phenomenal comp plan. I just love hearing JJ talk about the comp plan because I literally right that's why I had to like shuffle real quick because I was just talking to somebody about the opportunity and they're trying to pitch me on theirs and it's no offense, but it's not going to happen. I said, I'm with a company with truly the best comp plan out there, the best products out there, the best leadership out there. Um, I just saw today, a company went under last Friday. For any of you that are in the industry, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you that don't, all you have to do is get on social media. Everybody's talking about it. And just as quick as they went out of business on Friday, the leadership from that company decided they're going to start their own company over the weekend. So it's the new shiny thing. Everybody's wanting to pitch me on it, and I'm just, it's just not for me. I found my home in 2010 and haven't looked back. And people ask me why, and I say because it's easy because we you don't have to recruit people, just like you don't have to recruit people to go to Walmart to buy Tide. You don't have to recruit people to go to Walmart to buy hand soap. You don't have to recruit people to go to Walmart and buy shampoo, conditioner, and everything else, right? They just go and do it, right? So it's easy to have somebody talk to them about if they're truly wanting to go green and truly wanting to take control of their own health, not only what they put in their body, what they put on their body, then it's easy. It's the ditch and switch. It's easy as it's a fun way to say it, the ditch and switch, right? So we make it fun, we make it easy. I was talking with Michael yesterday and he calls me and I could see his eyes were this big and I said, "What's up, buddy?" And he goes, "Let me show you something." And for those of you that haven't gone to the website today, guys, they kind of did a little revamp on the website in the last couple days. It absolutely looks phenomenal. Great changes that updates. I don't even want to say changes, updates. It's more streamlined. It's right in your face. It's a scroll. I mean, it blew me away. It blew me away. And just fortunate to have the leadership that we do. Daniel's going to get on. Dr. JJ is going to get on. They're going to tell you. Michael will tell you the same thing. Guys, there's not a company out there in the industry right now where just the average person, the average Joe who joins yesterday or who joins tomorrow or who joins the next day, that they can pick up a phone and call the top leadership in the company, the CEO, the president, with Angie, you could call Angie, the chief marketing. You can call anyone on leadership with this company, and they're always willing to pick up the phone and have a conversation with you. Daniel calls people every single day, just literally just to check in and say, "Hey, it's Daniel. I just want to see how you're doing." There's not another company out there that does that, that truly cares about the people that are involved in their company. Most of them are out there, and the only reason that they act like they care about you is because you're bringing them money and you're filling them pockets for them. So don't be fooled by what else is out there, guys. You have your hands on the absolute best opportunity, especially right now with the big Make America Healthy Again movement. All the countries that we're in, we need to make the world a healthier place. It's not just America, it's the world, guys. Anyone you know overseas that's in a country where we operate, talk to them, get them involved, because in their stores, they got the same junk. It doesn't have as many chemicals because only the US decides to shovel it into the products by the big snow shovel full. But at the same time, guys, this is an opportunity that you can spread globally. And all you have to do literally is introduce one, have them introduce one, have them introduce one, have them introduce one, and just watch how your business grows. It's absolutely amazing what can happen by talking to one person. Talking to one person every day. Pick one person. Go on your social media today and literally start at the top of your friends and do one of these. Just take your finger and go and just let it scroll. And whoever it lands on, that's the person. Play like the bingo of your social media. Just pick one random person. If you haven't talked to them in a year, perfect time to catch up. Hey, you came across my mind. I was thinking about you. Just wanted to see how you're doing. How's life? How's the world been treating you? How's it going with the family? Just have a conversation with them. Have them open up to you about everything that's going on in their life. And then, what have you been doing for yourself? How have you been feeling? Are you feeling wonderful? I mean, are you feeling great? Is every day a blessing? Do you wake up and love life? I might have something, and I wouldn't be your friend if I didn't tell you what came across my desk. And I really feel fortunate that I'm able to offer this to you. If it's not for you, I completely understand, but I wouldn't be a friend if I didn't tell you about it. And it's that easy. It's literally that easy, guys. And I love doing this. I absolutely love doing this. I won't ever stop doing networking. Not at all. I love the industry. I love the culture. I love the people. And when you find a company that has wonderful people that are willing to support you, leadership that's willing to support you, a team that's willing to support you in any way possible. I've been having a conversation with the guy for the last 3 nights till like 1 o'clock in the morning, East time, my time. He's out in California, not even anywhere close to me and any leg on this company. But guess what? We've had fantastic conversations. And I just been telling him why I do this, what got me involved, how I met Michael, what were the reasons that I came across Michael in general. And we've had great conversations. And he literally says, I just want to learn about this company because I'm excited to start building. Those are the people we want, the people that are excited about something that they have their hands on, guys. And when you get your hands on something like this, it's hard not to be excited about it. I always deliver my message with passion and conviction. Why? Because it's a message that we need to spread. We need to spread it worldwide because everybody is looking for something, whether they admit it or not. How many people do you know that if you ask them, could you use an extra $1,000 a month? They'd say, nah, I'm good. An extra $100 a week? Nah, I'm good. An extra $500 a month, an extra $2,000 a year, whatever the case is. Nah, I'm good. Everybody needs something, and you have an opportunity to share it with them. It's a shopper's club. There's another company out there. Their slogan has the word wellness in it. Not sure if you know who I'm referring to, but it's funny because I was looking at something from them and an ingredients. When Michael shares ingredients and he shows people what's in his products, you don't have to guess what it is. It's clean, it's healthy, it's organic. You look at this other company that's out there claiming that they're so clean, and literally every one of their labels, there's cautions: keep out of reach of children. If ingested, call poison control immediately. How is that clean? How is that clean? We have the cleanest, healthiest products on the planet right now, and you have access to a catalog, a library of these products. And to not share them, you're doing a disservice to your friends, to your relatives, to your coworkers, to strangers. Set up a table. Go to a First Friday. I'm sure everybody in the towns you're in, you have a First Friday. Go talk to the person who organizes your First Friday and set up a table. Michael Wu, I see he's on here. He's out in California as well. I hope the horse races went well today for you, Michael. I saw that you posted about that. But Mike was out and he set up a table and just put out some flyers about who Essante was, had a few products there that people could look at, and literally had people asking him questions all day long. It's a great opportunity to share and to share it with others. It hits you in the heart because at the end of the day, if you share this opportunity with people, you did something good. You did something that God will bless you for, because sharing junk, you should be ashamed. Sharing health, you should feel good about yourself. So whenever I share this with somebody, whether they want to get into it or not, I still feel good about myself because I was favored the opportunity that's in front of me to share with others. God gives you favor every day that you're in Essante. You need to share the blessings. Like they say in the scripture, if you bless others, you'll be blessed. So go out and bless as many people as you can, guys. This is an awesome opportunity that you have your hands on. I'm so excited. We're about a week and a couple days away. I'm going to be out there styling and profiling with Big Mike. We're going to have our shirts on. We're going to get fancy. We're going to live it up for a week. We're going to talk about the company. We're going to do some exciting things, maybe record some awesome videos. I may even sit down with Dr. JJ and get him one-on-one like we're in the showroom, and we might do a little discussion on the comp plan and make it real easy for people to discuss and share. I mean, I'm just really excited to get out there, see the facility, see how everything happens, get one-on-one with Michael and have some time to share with the family of Essante folks that's out there. I'm super excited about this opportunity, guys, if you couldn't tell. And every day is a blessing, guys. Every single day is a blessing to be involved with this company.
Wow. Tell you what, I had to get the tissue out and get my eyes cleaned up because that was good. It's it's a blessing to help other people. You know, I will tell you a story, and then I'm gonna turn it over to our president. Um, so my brother and I were in a big, you know, MTV band back in the days. We were all dialed up, but we got what was called tinnitus, and it's ringing in the ears. And you know, I pray every day that something will happen, that we can find something so people don't have that. Not us, just the world, right? And because it's a terrible thing to be going through. And but I get my ears cleaned out because it makes mine a little less. It seems like when I hear better. And so I asked somebody to go with me, and they did. And then they wanted to go to Costco. And then I went down and they're in the and this person's in the freezer section. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gonna be hanging me up like a slab of meat in here. It's so cold. I can't be in here. And so I went, and all of a sudden it was so funny. I walked down an aisle, and you want to talk about help? Here's what I saw. A guy with his phone doing this, going, looking at the aisle, going on this one product. He goes, wow. Oh, I can have that. And then some lady came up and did it, and they're both there at the same time. They don't even know each other. And I said, wait, are you using that app? I'm not gonna say what the app is, but it's the app. And they go, yeah. I says, okay, let's stop for a second. You're gonna tell me that that app says that that's a good, do you know who owns that app? Yeah, some people started it in Europe, but now a pharmaceutical company owns it, right? So that's why it's telling you you can eat spam, s- canned spam. You can, even me saying it, I had to back up. And so, he goes, well, I got to have this because I got this. I just found out I got a heart issue and they want me to take the medication. I don't want to be on that medication and all this. So I get into a whole thing about enzymes and probiotics and saying it loud enough that there's 7 people. We're clumped up in the aisle, and I'm doing like an in-home, right? In aisle 15. So, and then the person that I was with comes around the corner, saw that going on. Takes the cart and is like, oh boy, Mike's at it again. And at the end, I handed out my business card, right? I didn't tell him I owned the company. I told him about the company and about them and why they should be using enzymes and probiotics before every single meal. And they're at this age where that's what can happen if you don't, right? And lo and behold, that night, 2 nights ago at 6 o'clock, I'm getting my phone's ringing from Costco. Just Costco, right? Come on now. So, you know what? We could go on and on with some beautiful things, and the lovely Joelle's in here. And I got to just, touch on that for 1 second. When I met Joelle, well, she wanted to better her life. And she had this vision of what she wanted it to look like. And she's been with the company a year and a half. But in the first year, she's off all her medications and she dropped 120 pounds, right? Because when you alkalize, when you learn about the alkalizing, just that alone, you could take any one of our products by itself and it's $1 billion uh, company, marketplace. So with that, I want to introduce you, and he'll expand a little bit on the products and about what this means to you, what tonight, what this whole opportunity is. And he spoke around the world on international stages, been, owned $1 million wellness practice and been very successful in this space. And we're blessed to have him as a president. And I got to tell you something. I got to give a shout out. I got to do it. It's going to take a minute more longer here tonight, 2 minutes maybe, because we allow you to be the voice of the company. We're in business we're all together. We blow our nose the same way, we put our pants on the same way. So when you see something that you want or that you think that could maybe better something, bring it. Bring it because this is your company. And guess what? Somebody did do that last week. And uh, Angie Levine, our chief marketing officer, I said, could we do this? Could we? And she called me the next day, and I'm talking about it with goosebumps on my arms because this is the kind of stuff I like, being an artist, a musician, right? And she did some stuff on that website that she goes, hey, go look. What do you think? Whoa, I couldn't believe it. And you're right. First guy I called was Dominic because, you know, because the guy before that didn't answer the phone. I'm kidding. But I was like, Dominic, you got to check this. Are you somewhere? Can you get on the phone? You got to see it. What do you think it is? Because we know the same person that brought this request in, right? And I went, boom. What do you think of that? Look at it. And it's, if you want to know what it is, it's the way the images are going in. And when it was a static image, now we got all these beautiful things going in and out right when they hit the website. How can you not want to look, right? And the funniest thing is last night, because I couldn't get a hold of the person. I was busy doing a lot of things over the weekend. I said, hey, remember, hey, I dream a genie, you want this, well, guess what? This one made a lot of sense. What do you think of this? And I, boom, shot that right in front of her. Whoa. And all I could get was tons of compliments, but those compliments are directed, they need to be directed towards the whole company because we are, and we're all family here. And let's go make this thing a global phenomena together. And we got to communicate to do that. So internally, externally, and now Dr. JJ, president of Essante Organics.
Well, thank you, Michael, and thank you, Dominic. Great hearing from you both. Michael wanted me to share a little story today that I shared today that he hadn't exactly heard in all these years I've been working with him, which is interesting. So I've owned a chiropractic practice, very successful chiropractic practice for many years, 30 something years. And I would have people that would come into my office, oftentimes with low back pain, as you would expect, and we would take x-rays of their low back. And when I developed and reviewed their x-rays with them, they would see, and I would show them what you'd expect to see, that they had problems in their low back that we could help at the chiropractic office. But sometimes, and when I say sometimes, this was often, not all the time, but quite often, I would ask them, oh, you take vitamins? And then they would kind of perk up and they say, oh, why do my bones look good? And I said, no, I can see those undigested vitamins going right out your sigmoid colon. True story. And if you want to see this for yourself, write a note in your journal right now or your piece of paper. Then when we get done, just Google picture images, undigested vitamins on x-rays. There's tons of them out there. And I had a whole collection of them in my chiropractic office. And the point being is, you name the name, yes, the one you're thinking and the other ones too, as good as they thought they were going in one end out the other. People were wasting their money on vitamins, and maybe those supplements would be good for the fish that eventually get it. I don't know, but they weren't getting absorbed. Well, what we have here is tremendously different for a reason. You have coded into your DNA that your body knows what to do when it's given something from the Garden of Eden. Body knows what to do if you give it a carrot. Body knows what to do if you're given broccoli. Body knows what to do if you give it grapes, etc., etc. But the body doesn't know what to do with synthetic vitamins. The body doesn't know what to do with phenoxyethanol, butylene glycol, and PEGs and preservatives, and the list goes on and on and on. And that, taking it daily, either orally or topically, creates havoc in your body. Well, what we do here is completely different. Our supplements are totally unlike any other supplement on the market because what we offer, yes, is organic, toxic-free, vegan, but also whole food supplements. So when you swallow our supplements, whether orally or you're using our topical skincare products, the body knows what to do with those things because they're made from plants, organic plants. And you're never going to see an Essante vitamin going in one and out the other. And that's what we do, why we do what we do. And for those of you that came in before the call, join me this Thursday for, again, one of my 15-minute presentations. And I'm going to touch more on that. 15 minutes. And you're going to learn a lot. It's going to be fun. But I'm also here to talk about the compensation plan here today because this is a business overview. Thursday is going to be more product-based. Today is a business overview. And with this business, everybody is looking for a home-based business today. I was talking to our CCO, Daniel, who you're going to hear from in just a bit. Everybody's looking for a home-based business, a way to make money from home. And a few years ago, and Dominic will attest to this, and many of you will attest to this, a few years ago, probably pre-COVID, it was like, hey, you should have a plan B to go along with your 9-to-5 job, to supplement your income. Those days are gone. Now you have to have a plan B because your plan B needs to be your plan A. And I'm not here to scare you. I'm just going to give you the reality that we have no idea when the next shutdown is going to happen, right? It's happened before. Why wouldn't it happen again? You must have a way to earn income consistently from the comfort of your home, or even better than that, from your cell phone. If you've got a cell phone and you can connect to the net, you can have a business that you can be anywhere on the globe. And that's what you want to build now. It's that important. Your life, your family's life, dependent upon it. And as Dominic said, this is easy because all we do is educate people. We don't have to sell anybody on this. Daniel's going to get into that, so I'm not going to steal his thunder, but this is about ditch and switch. So if you're going to do the work, and when I say the work, sharing, getting people on calls like this, getting people on calls like we have on Thursday nights, getting people to our videos and all of our other marketing material, and getting them on a three-way call with your upline, maybe Joelle or maybe Dominic or whomever, then we want to pay you. And we want to pay you in 6 different ways. And you don't have to choose one of these 6. You're eligible for all 6. But for brevity, I'm going to talk about just 2 of the 6. All 6 are amazing, and you can get all 6 of them. But I'm going to talk about 2 of them, and they fall into a category called residual income. Residual income is defined as doing a job one time and then getting paid over and over and over again for that work. I want you to think about it. Take a brief second. Just flash it through your head, all the jobs that you've had in your entire life. I've delivered newspapers, raked the leaves, cut lawns, worked at Domino's Pizza, worked at Blockbuster Video, owned a chiropractic office for many years. I ran an Italian restaurant. The list goes on. I worked in a paper mill in college, and I used to buy and sell cars from auto auctions. I've done a lot. But the point of the story is this: not one of those jobs still pay me today for the work I did then. And you might be thinking, well, Dr. Levine, that's a pipe dream. That doesn't occur. That's not reality. Yes, it is. If you're an author and you write a book one time, and every time somebody buys the book, even though you did the work one time, what happens? Each time somebody buys a book, you get paid. Anytime somebody downloads it to their tablet or their Kindle, you get paid. If you're a musician like Daniel or Michael, and you record just one hit song, let's say you're a one-hit wonder, not to mention if you had a whole catalog of songs, every time that song is played on the radio, on a movie, placed on satellite radio, downloaded, whatever, you get paid a residual income. Well, now let's take this down to reality here. If you know insurance agents sell a policy one time, maybe life, health, disability, auto, what have you, home. And each time, each year you renew, they're getting paid. Your insurance agent, that's a residual income. Well, you might not be an insurance agent. I'm not. You might not be a talented musician. I'm not. You might not be a world best-selling author. I'm not. Well, how can you get residual income? You're looking at it right now here at Essante Organics. 2 of the ways of the 6 that we're going to offer you to pay is residual income. One is called the Endless Team Bonus. We are going to reward you from getting the word out and managing 2 sales teams, a left sales team and a right sales team, and to unlimited levels of depth. And Michael and I and Daniel were talking to a leader of this industry today, and she was blown away because she'd never heard of this before. To unlimited levels of depth down that left and right leg. You might just enroll a couple of people who share this with a few people, who gather some customers, gather some distributors, and this thing can go to unlimited levels of depth. We want to pay you 10% of all of that volume. And what we have is very, very special because these are consumable products. As Daniel's about to tell you, these aren't products that you have to convince somebody to use for the rest of their life or take. They're already doing it. These are commodities that people put on their body every day without even thinking about it. These are things that people put in their mouth every day without even thinking about it. And the great thing is they're going to love our products so much that as those products start getting decreased, as the tube gets thinner, as the bottle gets lighter, they're going to just organically order more. And each time they order and reorder, you get paid to unlimited levels of depth. And the leader that I was speaking to earlier today, of course, she's heard of people only having to build 2 legs. It's a gift. And she's heard of companies that say when they do that, you can get paid to unlimited levels of depth, but then you read the small print. And the small print says, we'll pay you all the volume to unlimited levels of depth up to this sum each week. I promise you, our compensation plan does not have small prints, hoops, gotchas, gimmies, tricks, trapdoors. As good as I make it seem on these calls, as well as my videos on all 6 of the compensation plans, I promise you, as you live it, it's better than the way I purport it to be. That's the Endless Team Bonus. Now, I want to talk about one other bonus that correlates. It's connected to that Endless Team Bonus, and that's called the 100% check match. where we're going to financially incentivize you to stick to your personal enrollments like glue. And you want them to have their endless team bonus check super high. If they can get their endless team bonus check higher than you, that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing because you can check match that 100%. That's right. I said that. Unlimited too. There's no caps on that. So there's people that are in this industry that you may know or maybe have heard of that earn 50, 100,000, $200,000 a month in this industry and more. And I will admit, I'll give you that these are special people. They're a rarity. But if you personally enrolled one of those people, you can match their check 100%. No other company that I'm aware of in the entire industry offers 100% check match. And if you're a money person, if you all understand mathematics, numbers, if you're entrepreneurial in that way, and maybe you're not, and that's okay. But if you are, and you understand the power of 100% check match, that should keep you up at night with insomnia. You're going to need our organic lavender oil or sweet dreams oil to help you sleep at night. I'll tell you what, it's pretty exciting. So we've got something for everybody. We've got over 100 products. And as Michael has been tiptoeing and sharing secrets, there's more coming. You're at the right place at the right time. And with that, I want to return the call back to our CEO and founder, Michael Winiger. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. Such an awesome job. And when I think about this, imagine you own, not me, you guys, not any of us. You own the largest USDA certified organic superstore in the world. For even if we didn't even have a compensation plan on that thing, you own it. Who are you going to tell about it? I'd be telling everybody. And then think about this. You're getting paid to shop and earning cash back on all your purchases. There's a component in there that he didn't tell you about, and I'll tell you about it because I think it's phenomenal. It's awesome that we just added this to the mix too as well, right? And that is, if you, let me just say it this way. If I come into your home, I can show you anybody's home that's watching this. I can show you where you're spending $100 a month on the things you use every day. Let's go look at in your bathroom. I can find the toothpaste, the shower gel, the shampoo, the conditioner. I can find some of the skincare you're using. I can find you. I think you're doing your laundry because everybody I've seen on this call here looks like they're pretty, decked up. I like the fit, right? And got a clean house, and we can go on and on and on and on. And you'd spend that anyway. So why not, get it from yourself and what? You're earning cash back on all of your purchases. And with that being said, we have a component here that if you spend just 100 points, which is about $100 to $120, that you're already buying, and we'll show you how to get that for free, but you're already buying it. You do that 3 months in a row, we send you an actual a 50% coupon, which means the next time you purchase, you get anything at half price. And that goes maybe a product. Maybe you want to get the shake at half price. Maybe you want a bundle. We even put the bundles in there. And guess what? After the third month, every month after the third month is also a third month. So you keep doing that every single month, it's 50% off, 50% off. Well, who does that? I know of nobody that does that. We do that. So like I say, you're getting paid to shop and earning cash back on all your purchases, converting what you already spend into and what you're already spending and buying into earnings. Wow. Huge. Absolutely huge. And to talk about timing and positioning, because I'll tell you what, I want to tell you one thing about timing and positioning, because I did it and I thought I didn't do it. I wish I would have done it, but I thought about this right here. This who thought in 1988? You know what I did in 1988? Picked up the phone. I had to do this. When I wanted to call somebody, it was a dial phone. Or if you were lucky enough and had a few $100, you could get the one with the antenna, the push button. But God forbid you go out in the backyard and you lose a signal, because that's what would happen. But that's what we evolved to. But in 1988, this right here, this they were saying, hey, this is going to be the way of the future. Everybody's going to be doing that. And thank goodness I didn't know them and reject that offer. Because if you put $400 into Apple, $400. Now watch this. What if you didn't have $400? And I said, hey, Jennifer Lee or Sandy Lilly, let's go in halves, 200 and 200. That $400 purchase right now today is 127 billion. So split that in half, you're worth 63 billion dollars because of a 200 purchase, $200 purchase in something like this, where people were going, yeah, right. And they're typing and like that, right? So timing, positioning, important. Daniel.
Thank you very much. So we offer an extremely rare business opportunity. In fact, I tell people all the time that Essante Organics truly offers a once-in-a-lifetime business opportunity. And people say, that's a pretty bold statement to make, Daniel. I said, well, let me back it up. The world is going green once. You get one shot at becoming rich, retired, and wealthy from the green movement. Because once the world has gone green, it's too late. All the wealth has been made from the green movement. And I teach this all day long. If you can get involved in a way of life before it becomes a way of life, you're a wealthy individual. Now that's called a paradigm shift. And we're going to talk about that for a moment because it's very important to understand. It's a fancy way of saying a product or device once brought to market 8-10 years down the road, give or take, it's a way of life. They're very, very rare. Most human beings will have a chance to experience 1 to 2 paradigm shifts in a lifetime. Now, the last one was back in the early 80s, 1982-ish. Mr. Jobs creates the computer, Mr. Gates creates software, and the internet is born. Now, if you were first online selling anything from toothpicks to wristwatches to baseball caps to picture frames, I don't care, you name it, you are a multimillionaire today. I tell people, go online, open a store selling whatever you like or your website, and see if you become a multimillionaire. And I would say your chances are slim to none because there's probably already hundreds, if not thousands of websites globally selling the same thing you're trying to sell, unless you're an inventor and created a product that doesn't exist. So, the power of a paradigm shift. A $400 investment in Microsoft in 1982 will yield you about $37 million today. Let me tell you something. I was 18 years old in 1982. I could have scratched up that money if I'd have known this computer that I'm on right now was going to be a way of life. Look at the typewriter. I don't know one company using typewriters anymore. This laptop here, computers, they are a way of life. Well, you know what? We missed out on the last paradigm shift, but we are the next paradigm shift. The internet created more millionaires than any other product category niche in history. And you got Forbes magazines and business journals around the world saying they project the green movement to create more millionaires than the internet did. Because look, the world's going green with or without you. Okay? People are getting educated real quick. So you have 2 choices. You can sit back and watch it go green, or you can truly make a lot of green from it going green. Right now, approximately 9% of the world is green, meaning they won't put chemicals into their body through what they eat, because you are what you eat. We're taught that our whole lives. And they won't put chemicals into their body with their personal care. because the skin is the largest organ of the body, and anything you put on it enters the bloodstream in 26 seconds and all your internal organs in 8 minutes. And you're talking not chemicals linked to skin or eye irritation. You're talking chemicals like parabens, phenoxyethanols, butylene glycols, PEGs. I can go on and on. Chemicals linked to liver and kidney problems, Alzheimer's, dementia, cancer, reproductive problems in females, and many, many more. So 9% of the world's green. That's a beautiful thing from a business standpoint for everyone on this Zoom. It's a terrible thing for 91% of the world that's using products with very toxic chemicals that they're putting into them and their loved ones every single day. So the beautiful thing about this business is that there's no selling. We all know there's a lot of companies out there. I call them a lot of shiny pennies. You got magic lotions, potions, pills, powders, patches, drinks that do all these fantastic things. But let me tell you something. You better be a pretty good salesperson, first of all, to get me to try your magic lotion, potion, patch, whatever it may be. Now, if you want true residual income, like my friends have had for 35 plus years, they got involved with the company, worked hard for 3, 4 years, and to this day still make 6 figures. Every single one of them came from a company with ancillary products. That's a fancy word for saying products people use every single day without thinking about it. I don't care where you live in the world, and I don't care how much you make, 10,000 a year, 10 million a year, anything in between. 95% of the people, if I was getting an educated guess, wakes up every morning, they stretch, yawn, they get in the shower, they flip it on, and they do their thing. People don't think about taking a shower. They wash their body, their shower gel, they shampoo, conditioner, they get out, they put their lotion on, they brush their teeth, they put their deodorant on. We go to work, women put their makeup on. We come home, we wash our hands, we wash our face, you moisturize, you go to bed, and you do all over again every single day until you die. Every time someone's taking a shower, you're making money. Now, we're much more than just a personal care product company. We have nutritionals, meal replacement shakes, essential oils, but ancillary products, things, these are staples in people's lives. Most people, like I said, take a shower, and they're going to take a shower for the rest of their lives daily, maybe every other day. So they're constantly reordering these products. These are staples in people's lives. So here you have an opportunity. Again, paradigm shifts are extremely rare. Some people, some of the people on here were too young to even get involved in the last one. But the world is going green, and it is the next paradigm shift in life, simply stating, once you know, you can't unknow. The only reason 91% of the world isn't using these products is one reason. They don't know the products in their shower, on their countertops, are full of hundreds of chemicals, not 2, 3, 10, 20, hundreds, linked to serious disease and illness. And these are electricians, these are accountants, these are engineers, these aren't, stupid people. They just don't know. They assume the products are safe because they're on the store shelves. And people will say, Daniel, our government wouldn't allow that. I said, oh, let me tell you about your government. Well, Daniel, the FDA. I go, time out. The FDA is the Food and Drug Administration. They regulate food and drug, and they do a terrible job at that. Here's the facts of the matter, kind of mind-blowing. In 1936, our government granted self-regulation to the personal care industry. As crazy as it sounds, nobody regulates your personal care products. Myself and let's say Lori on here could start a shampoo company today and use any chemicals we want. That is crazy, but here's the deal. You got store brands from Suave, Pantene, L'Oreal, Paul Mitchell, Nexus at the salon. I call it the expensive garbage, the cheap garbage. You give me the Paul Mitchell, you give me the Suave, I'll turn around, show you the same exact chemicals. If you're going to use chemical-riddled products, save your money and buy the stuff at the pharmacy or the grocery store because they're just as toxic as the $30, $32, $35 stuff at the salon. So timing and positioning are crucial when creating massive wealth. Now, timing, being everyone that's here on this Zoom involved with Essante Organics early in the beginning with a paradigm shift. Because in our industry, the masses fall underneath you, whether you like it or not. So the people that make the big checks in this industry got involved in their company early in the beginning when there was thousands of distributors, not millions. Once there's millions, it's too late. The millionaires have been made from that company. If someone's telling you, come join my 50-year-old company, I'm not going to mention any names, and you too can be making six figures a month, I would say they're lying to you because I've been doing this over 40 years. I'm 60 years old. I got involved at 18. So I know how the industry works as a distributor. And now with Essante Organics, as being involved with being a company owner. So with that being said, the timing's crucial. And you guys are all here at the perfect time, early and in the beginning. And then positioning, involved in a way of life before it becomes a way of life. 7, 8 years from now, when that 9% is 95% of the world is green, now it's too late to become rich and retired and wealthy from the green movement. All the millionaires have been made. So you have an opportunity to own the first 100% toxic-free certified organic superstore in the world and go out there and share it. Back in the day when I got involved in this industry, like Michael said, you had a landline and an answering phone. There was no cell phones. There was no laptops. There was no internet. You only built your business one way, with your mouth. That's why it's called network marketing, because you would network. Well, now in the world we live in, my Lord, you have cell phones. You can be taking calls and talking, having conversations all day. You can go online and share your incredible products and business opportunity with the world through all different social media outlets like Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. I mean, it just makes it that much easier for you. But at the end of the day, it's a work ethic that's going to make you the money here, because hustle beats talent every time when talent doesn't hustle. And what I mean by that is you got a guy here over here with a master's degree or a doctor's degree, but for lack of better terms, he's lazy. But I'll take the guy with a high school diploma and a work ethic and make him a very wealthy individual. Because in our business and our line of work, it is simply a numbers game. The person who shares Essante Organics with the most people every day makes the biggest check at the end of the month. It's just that simple. If I joined Essante Organics today and Van joined Essante Organics today, and I shared Essante Organics with 5 people today, and Van shared it with 10 people today, I don't care if it's a month down the road, 6 months, a year, his check's going to be twice what mine is. Because he shared it with twice as many people. He got twice as many customers and users. Some people aren't interested in the business. They're very wealthy, but they want to use organic products, toxic-free products. And a lot of people are looking for a side hustle to make some extra money. You can make a part-time income here. You can make a full-time income here. That's up to you. If you want to make a little bit, work your business a little bit. If you want to make a lot, you work your business a lot. So don't complicate the business. It's as simple as, who makes the most money at your company, Daniel? Very simple. The person who shares Essante Organics with the most people every single day, because they're going to end up having the most volume at the end of the month and make the biggest check. So some of us let the last paradigm shift slip through our fingers. And for you that are too young, well, you are blessed now because you're involved in the next paradigm shift in life. Now, I'm not telling you that. Mike's not telling you that. Dr. JJ's not telling you that. You got Forbes magazine, business journals around the world telling you that the green movement is the next paradigm shift in life, because the only reason 91% of the world are not using these products, like I said earlier, is just lack of information. We're organic influencers. We don't sell nothing here. We educate people. And I'll end with this. At the end of the day, our company is as simple as A and B. A are all the products currently in people's homes with hundreds of chemicals linked to serious disease and illness. And here's B, those same exact products, 100% chemical free, certified organic, with ingredients proven to nourish and heal the body versus make you sick. What do you want to use on you and your family? I've never had one person say, oh, Daniel, A, the ones with all the chemicals linked to serious disease and illness. No. So I want to thank everyone for being on the Zoom tonight. We appreciate your time. If you're new, get back to the person that told you about the Zoom, and they can get you started, whether it's with the business or just on the product line with your health. And I will throw it back to Michael.
Thank you. I want to end with 2 things here. One thing that Dominic posted in the chat. Imagine if one person joined your business every other day this year, you would have 182 people that you would be getting a 100% check match on. Absolutely. And it is. It's absolutely incredible. Mm. So think about that. Just one person every other day in this business, 182 people, people's checks you would be matching. Wow. Wow, that's huge. So with that being said, I want to end with this, and I end with this all the time because it's really, really important. Like we all know the world's going green. You can look at, the neighbor's place or down the road and you can see solar on their roof. Oh, he just drove up in his electric car. Wow, he's got green sustainable housing. But guess what? He doesn't live there. You live in here. This is the temple. Temple of the Holy Spirit, right? This is the temple where you live. What are you putting in here? What are you putting on top of here? I'm not going to paint these walls with bad paint. So every 6 weeks, I got to repaint these walls. Who would do that? No, you live in here. And tonight, before you, maybe before you say your prayers, whether you're wearing out the carpet with your knees, whether you're laying there on the bed, maybe you're sitting down, I want you to think of what I was told, because this resonates with me. Every time I pick something up is look, the end of the day before you go to bed and sit and do your things, you think hard. What did I put in here? What did I put on top of here? Remember, whatever we put on top of ourselves gets in your bloodstream in 26 seconds and in all your major organs within 5 to 8 minutes. So what did I put in here? And what did I put on top of here? And no matter how small or how large you did any of that, you only done one of two things. One, you participated in your life. Or two, you participated in your death. And it's just that simple. You get to choose. Taking care of your health is your responsibility. Thank you for your time. We love you and we thank you. We appreciate you here. God bless you. God bless your families. And remember, every single day that you wake up, it's a blessing. I mean, you are blessed. But we want to welcome you to this family. And you all have a goal every single day, just like we do, right? That right there. Make somebody smile. That's free, right? So we love you all. We'll see you guys all. We're always on broadcasts. We'll see you there. And yeah, so we'll see you again on Thursday. Make sure you're here on Thursday night with Dr. JJ. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for being here. Have a great evening, and we will see you later.